Good morning, Cotton States campaigners. This is First Sergeant Grant Salisbury with a good friend of mine, Blaine. This is a good friend of Blaine's. He had an ancestor that was at Miller's cornfield with the 4th Texas. His family, he'll go a little bit about his great-grandfather. His story has been transcribed and everything else. If you need to get information, if you want to read it, I just got my copy. He'll be more than happy to hook you guys up on social media. But we're at the sunken lane. It's just surreal. I mean, and it's the anniversary weekend. And with you guys traveling far and us traveling far, words can't put in. I mean, 6 men deep. If you want to continue, I'll be more than happy to hand it on over.
Oh no, it's perfectly fine. I was just saying that, you know, with this portion of the battle here, you actually have bodies stacked up here in the road. I mean, not to put too fine of a point on it, but this is one of the more bloodier actions for the Battle of Antietam in general. So, you know, but I'll hand it back over to you.
And one thing is, with the hill line, you have hills and valleys. They didn't know how far they were, technically. I mean, you had Mars Brigade with the 69 caliber. He liked fighting close with his men. And you also had rifled muskets. I mean, the fence rails were jumping of lead. And when the fence rails jumped, they knew the action was getting hotter. I mean, the fence rails almost sounded like rolling thunder. Hence the name Rolling Thunder. And when you got wounded, killed, they would throw you behind you in a lane, basically this lane, to gather your last breath, to gather your last presence with God before you died. Because a lot of these guys did not come home. They're buried at the National Cemetery. They're buried here, or they're buried somewhere else. But with this lane was rivers of blood, death and sorrow and heartache. A lot of good men died. And if you look behind you on this cornfield, after the Federals got ran by French's men, one of the Confederate commanders told the guys to stop, and he took a musket right to the forehead, and they kept running. But this is a little video of the bloody lane at Antietam in Sharpsburg, Maryland. I'm lost for words again. It's second National Military Park and literally knocked me out for words. So guys need to come out here and visit. Come look at this. And remember, if we do this as a hobby, it's not a hobby. It's a remembrance of the people that fallen 160 plus years ago. Thank you guys for watching. Y'all have a good morning.